First, we have to start by discussing the false assumptions that we as Christians make. The first false assumption that we make is it will never happen to us. Now, I'm sure we've all heard uh, or maybe even experienced the classic story of the trusted babysitter who lets her boyfriend come over while caring for the children she's watching. But what she doesn't know is that her boyfriend is doing inappropriate things with the children that she's been entrusted to. Too often, parents and caregivers tend to skip over hard topics with kids, neglecting to teach children vital tools like knowing what to do when a safe adult makes them feel unsafe or uncomfortable. That's why it's important to do things like age-appropriate role playing with children. Now, I want to encourage you to stay with us until the end of this presentation, where we're going to give you a plethora of resources to dig into to help you safeguard your children. The second false assumption that we make is sexual predators are monsters and are nothing like us. But that is just that, a false assumption. They literally do not fit a profile. They are wolves in sheep's clothing, appearing as you and me. They are not real Christians. They prowl around looking for an easy target. The third false assumption that we make is we know the people in our church, but do we? Many churches are too quick to put volunteers in positions with no screening, no membership, no time requirements. But as you and I both know, where there are sinners, there are bound to be hypocrites. I'm going to share a quick story with you. My nephew, his mother remarried to what appeared to be an amazing guy. He worked in children's church at the local church that she met him at. He had a great job. He was great with her son. My nephew went to sporting events, taught him how to play ball. Well, after some time, my nephew's mother and her husband got a divorce. Some more time went by and she talked about getting back together with him until my nephew begged her not to. You see, it wasn't until a few years ago, recently, that we found out that my nephew, he was sexually abused for 10 years by his stepfather. This man served in his local church. He had a great job. He was buttoned up, but behind closed doors was horribly abusive to my nephew and even coerced him and threatened him to never tell anyone. The fourth false assumption that we make is our church is safe for our kids. Now, most churches are desperate for volunteers, and they compromise safety of the children for programs being staffed by volunteers.